There's Judy Ann here from just88.com. Now today I was wondering, is there any way possible that you could get on my VIP list? If so, go ahead and check out the link in the description box below and join the VIP list. Now today I know you're here to see pumpkin bread. All right, so let's go ahead and just hit the kitchen. We're gonna go ahead and add all-purpose flour, 1.5 cup, 1 teaspoon, 1 TSP of baking soda. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some pumpkin spice. We're gonna add 2 teaspoons. Now pumpkin spice is with cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves. 1/2 teaspoon of salt in the dry ingredients. Go ahead and do the wet ingredients. Now we're going to go ahead and add the pumpkin. I'm actually going to add only 75% of this can. Most cans are 15 ounces. I just leave 1/2 cup in the can. There. 2 ounces or 1/4 cup of oil. Two teaspoons of vanilla extract. 1 and 2. 1/2 cup of milk. We're going to put 1.5 cup of sugar with the wet ingredients. 1 cup of regular sugar. Now we're going to go ahead and add the 1/2 cup of cane sugar. Add the squeezable butter of 2 ounces with the wet ingredients. And now we're going to go ahead and stir the wet ingredients. You always wanted to put the sugar with the wet ingredients. Now I like to put the salt in the dry ingredients. It's just something I've been taught, but everyone bakes differently. Now I would eventually use the whisk, but right now I'm just trying to mix in the sugars together. And yeah. And then we're going to go ahead and whisk it. Now I don't have a Swifter, but so I go ahead and use the whisk here, and then I actually eventually use a ramen strainer. Just you got to use whatever you got, you know. So I mix all the dried ingredients pretty well with the whisk, and then you'll get to see how I use my ramen Swifter when I'm baking my stuff. Love pumpkin stuff. So when it's always the pumpkin season, I usually like to bake. I'm not a baker, obviously, with all the tools I barely have in the kitchen, but when it comes to pumpkin season, I like to bake pumpkin bread, make pumpkin pancakes, and I'm actually up for the challenge to do a pumpkin muffin too, so stay tuned for that one. But it's mixed pretty well here. Now we're going to combine the dry and the wet together. Now I have my dry ingredients as well as my wet ingredients, so I'm going to transfer my dry stuff in here, and I'm going to use my ramen, my Swifter, my baking Swifter. And so every now and then, whenever I get enough dry ingredients, then I'm going to whisk it in like so. So I gradually put in the dried ingredients with the wet, several cups at a time instead of dumping it all together all at one time. It's just something I do. Everyone has their own little process, and this one's mine. The consistency is already changing by like, I feel like that was 2 cups of stuff. Now it's ready for another. We're waiting for more dry stuff. This is my way of doing it. And then whisk again. Oh, it smells good already. I can smell the pumpkinness of this bread. Now eventually, as we get the right consistency going, then we're gonna add, you don't have to add nuts of your liking. We're gonna actually put macadamia nuts in here and chocolate chips. Sometimes when I don't have those extra things in the pantry laying around, then I just kind of make pumpkin bread as is. But since I kind of wanted to jazz it up a bit, I add my chocolate chips and my macadamia nuts. My macadamia nuts were on sale, so leave a comment below if you make pumpkin bread around the holiday season. My last time here, so you could already see how that consistency is coming together. My arm gets tired every now and then. I shouldn't have that problem because I'm a youngster, but I'm like, ooh, I'm sweating in my kitchen. Whipped is good, y'all. Whip it good. Now I'm gonna add the chocolate chips and the macadamia.
The bowl's not there.
Oh, my bad. Now I'm gonna add the chocolate chips and the macadamia, because now you have this kind of thick consistency. 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons, as well as 2 ounces of, and then there's the other side. There's 60 milliliters of macadamia nuts. I'm going ahead and add 40 milliliters and barely 2 ounces of chocolate chips. Again, mix it in. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and take your loaf pan and we're gonna butter it. And so when you butter your loaf pan, you wanna put flour on it as well. So I'm using squeezable butter here because it's kind of like melted already. And I just kind of squeeze and then use a napkin to go all over the pan on the sides. I'll get all the corners, and you get the idea. You get the whole, put it on the sides. And why do we flour the pan? So that we could, when it's done cooking, you could take out that loaf with no problems. I've cooked this before where I forgot to butter and put flour in my loaf pan, and it got stuck in the pan, and we don't want that. So this is a preventative of that incident. You know what to say, you gotta experience before when you want to learn something. So, and that is definitely my experience. And I want to share that wisdom with everybody. All right, so now it's ready for flouring. Put flour in the pan, like all over the pan. You just kind of whoosh it around like so. You want to get it all on the sides here. I was over the sink, but yeah, eventually you want your pan to look like this, where it's well buttered first and then floured, just like this. I hope you guys can see. And then you put all your wet stuff in. Oven. Now I'm going to check these out and see how they turned out. Here's one. And here's the second. Just need both of them.
Just one or the other. Which one do you want me to zero in on?
This one.
Okay. You bet I am.
Okay, good. To be honest, this whole entire recipe should have fit in the one loaf pan, but I kind of got scared if it's going to overflow, so that's why I made two. Anyways, so let's go ahead and use a toothpick to see if it's done. It's done! How do you know it's done? Because it's all dry. So now, it's been 10 minutes, and now it's ready to dump, so hopefully it'll dump easy. Awesome! Look at that. Easy, easy. I know it's upside down, but to make it look pretty, you put it up. Ooh, and then you just slice it. So that's pumpkin bread. I like my pumpkin bread pretty thick, so. Oh, it's still yummy and still warm. I know when I go to Starbucks and get their pumpkin bread, they're pretty, like, the width, is that the width? Yeah, it's pretty long versus like skinny, so. But like this one, I'm gonna actually cut it really thick. It's good to have in the morning with my coffee. So yeah, there you have it. It's moisty inside. Take a look at that. I like it moisty. Just put butter on it and you're good. So that's pumpkin bread, y'all. Alright. Give it a thumbs up if you like this recipe. And or a dislike if you like totally disagree with my baking tip and tools. And so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this recipe. And share. Sharing is caring. You're here to see if okay, and so today we're going to be making pumpkin bread. All right, so I didn't like that one. Hold on. From just88.com. Now today I was wondering if I could go ahead and ask you to be one of our very important people. I'm going to go ahead and leave okay. Later, Judy Ann here from just88.com. Now today I was wondering what? I'm asking a question. If there's any way possible, if you could go ahead and be one of our very important people and get on our mailing list. I didn't like that one. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Okay. Hey.